Welcome to Coaching for Creatives with Kirsten. My name is Kirsten Call. I'm a therapist-trained life coach and a children's book author. Together, we'll get the drama out of our lives and onto the page. Let's get started. You are listening to episode 136, Holding Out Hope. Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. I love that poem by Emily Dickinson. In fact, I even have a sweatshirt with some of it, a quote from it. There's a lot of heaviness in the world right now. There's so much that can pull us into despair. War, political unrest, illness, natural disasters, death of loved ones, lost jobs, financial insecurity, addiction, abuse, mental illness, worry, fear. The list is endless. I have so many friends, loved ones, and clients who are suffering right now, who are feeling grief and heartache, and rightly so. It's important to grieve and allow ourselves to feel our feelings because everything we resist persists. As we process grief and give ourselves space to heal, even if life will never be the same, and even if the bad things are ongoing or the things that are making us struggle and grow are still happening, we need to give ourselves pockets of hope. I know this is easy to say, especially for someone like me. I'm wired for hope. It's very easy for me to be optimistic. Today, we're going to explore some ways to really increase our hopefulness. Number one, give yourself permission to feel hope. Sometimes we feel guilty about feeling hope when things are really hard for a lot of people. Sometimes we don't want to hope because we don't want to disappoint our expectations, right? And there is a phrase that I used to hear a lot as a kid, don't get your hopes up. And if we allow ourselves to hope or not, we will still get disappointed. It's just part of life. One thing that's really beautiful is our thoughts are a narrative that we can choose. By design, some people are going to imagine the worst scenario so they don't get disappointed later. Others will choose to hope for a better outcome. Either way, it's more fun, definitely more fun to hope. And if we're feeling guilty for feeling hope when sad things are happening around us, we need to just delete that neural pathway. Guilt doesn't make the world a better place. Hope does. Studies have shown that hope actually helps people heal faster and focus better and flow with more creativity. Number two, hold on to hope. Savor hope when you feel it. And I'm going to talk about a way that you can do that. Here's how. First, notice when you feel a little glimmer of hope. It might be a beautiful sunset, or maybe you're talking to a good friend, or you see a positive reel or a good piece of news. Notice that good feeling. And then pay attention to how good that feeling of hope is. Notice the positive thoughts you're having. Notice how your body feels. Really savor the feeling. And I want you to stay with the good feeling longer than you normally would. Usually we let these little fleeting moments of good slip away. So when you focus on this good feeling, your brain will start realizing that this feeling is important to you. Once you've stayed with it longer than you normally would, I want you to intentionally intensify the feeling. Celebrate. Turn on upbeat music. Dance around. Make it a big deal. Your brain is learning that this feeling matters and it's worth noticing. So then you'll be primed to notice more and more glimpses of hope. So I want to challenge you to try this. Number three, remember you're still in the middle of the story. This is not the end. Keep persisting even though it's uncomfortable because the story is continuing and there are more moments and more hours and more wonderful times ahead. Okay, number four, make meaningful goals. In his research, psychologist Charles Snyder found hopeful people think in a goal-oriented way. So make it a point to work towards at least one goal that is intrinsically meaningful. So make this goal something you want to do versus something you have to do, something you think will be really fun. For me, a good goal would be learning Spanish or learning how to play the piano, or I guess learning something new, learning how to dance. I'm a really terrible dancer. Okay, number 5, brainstorm solutions. When we are rejected or our plan fails and we're feeling hopeless, having more ideas helps increase our hope. So when you have a lot of options, it's really the antithesis of hopelessness, right? Number 6, call a friend. Perhaps stop this episode right now and make a list of people who are really good at pep talks and helping you feel motivated and capable. Next time you feel hopeless, next time you don't know how to move forward, contact one of them. Number 7, find success stories. There are so many people who succeed against all odds. When hope is lost, success stories can fuel our hope for change. Make it a point to read books about or befriend people who have overcome adversity to achieve their goals, and you'll likely feel more hopeful about your own future. Number 8, imagine hopeful things. Our minds are so powerful, and imagination is an instrument of hope. Just imagining hopeful things creates feelings of hope. So, as you go about your life, hang on to hope. Celebrate each tiny little win. Let your imagination really savor the good things. And hope against hope. Things will get better. In honor of Black History Month and Maya Angelou, whose words have brought so many people hope, I'll share her poem, Still I Rise. On a side note, I own a scarf and fingerless gloves with this poem on them from Story Arts, some of my very favorite literary attire. Okay, here it is. Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Until next time, keep smiling. If you like what you've heard, check out my Get Yourself Unstuck program. Go to KirstenCall.com. That's KirstineCall.com and schedule a free consultation today. Coaching for Creatives is produced by Kirsten Call. Music and audio engineering by James Call.